guys, Joy here. So today I'm not going to do any tour of the house. I am only going to talk about my experience of owning sentimental items. So if this is your type of video, continue watching. If not, you can exit now. So I'm just going to tell you guys right now that I do not own any sentimental items. Now, the last bits of sentimental items that I actually owned, that I actually had with me, were a couple of small little toys and trinkets, which I will talk about. But I got rid of them not that long ago. It was around, I believe, 2019 that I actually got rid of all the small trinkets. Now, one of the things that I remember was this little plastic toy. It was from a cartoon called Peanuts, with Snoopy and everything, but it was miniature Linus. I believe that's his name, or Linus. Yeah, it was a cute little toy with a little baseball bat, but I had cut off the bat because I felt like that was covering his face or something. Yeah, so that was a toy that I had for many years. And then I had like a small little fake bread, plastic bread, and like a little trough that I believe I got from like a miniature truck, but it was like a green trough where I could fit the bread in there, and then I could actually like put other things in the little trough. It's a very odd item to hold on to, but I love the color green, and I loved how rectangle that was and how my bread fit in there perfectly. So I've always liked owning like mini items like this because I used to make like miniature food or miniature people, miniature animals and cats using colored rubber clay, and that was like my jam. Like that's what I did from my childhood. It's kind of like in a way what defined me. I used to draw a lot. I used to make a lot of mini toys and then just give them away to like people that I knew in my life and things like that. So yeah. I think I held onto these items because they kind of like represented something from my youth. I think they represented that I was sensitive, I was a kind child, I like to play, I like to give to people, I was very creative, I believe. And I think I held onto these items because they made me feel like I'm a better person for having them. But there was a time where I realized I had way too much stuff in the little studio apartment that I had at the time. And I remember thinking, like, I got rid of a bunch of mannequin heads too that I used to practice hair on, but I had so many mannequin heads that I couldn't possibly practice on all of them unless I was practicing like on them, like one of them like every single day. And I think I was holding on to these mannequins just to feel like I'm the type of person who works hard on my career. Now, at some point, I realized instead of like having things to prove that I'm a certain way, like for instance, having a bunch of books to prove that I'm smart, maybe it's good to just actually read the books and actually learn from them, you know? And it's in the same token, I thought instead of having so many mannequins, I could just do the work. I could just study. Instead of having these toys to prove that I'm a fun, sensitive person who values things that come, cute things and things that come into their life, and be sharing with things that I create or whatever. I could just be fun and creative and sweet, just be myself. And I think I was kind of using sentimental items as a clutch to prove that I exist. Now, I think I mentioned briefly, like long time ago, I believe it was actually one of the kitchen tours in my old studio apartment, about how lonely it can be to just exist on your own without through the lens of other people. So I think in a way, like our items, we hold on to them because we feel like it proves that we are a certain way, so it feels like we exist, you know? If you think too much, sometimes you would really think that, do I even exist? Like, what is this? I hope no one gets to that place of existential crisis. But you do wonder, like, do I even exist without the perception of others? You know, do I even exist without the things that made me feel like, that prove that I am here and that I matter and that I'm a certain way? But I think just as a person living through a life, I just took the opportunity of having to move to a new place as an opportunity to just accept me as who I am and to trust that I am the type of person who will find value and joy in small things like toys or little memories, and that I am the type of person who will feel things without having to be reminded that I felt about something a certain way. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'd have to rewatch this video after I uploaded, but essentially there was a thought process that went into my mind. Now, I did take a picture of some of my sentimental items and I uploaded it into my personal Instagram story. So if I wanted to look at them again, I could always go back and re-see them. But yeah, essentially I do not own any sentimental items like this. Now, one of the things that I believe is kind of like a little bit sentimental for me are the certifications or like paperwork that prove that I've accomplished something, that I've been part of a project, or that I got a license or something like that. Because I feel like they represent something about me. Now, I have gotten rid of a lot of the copies of these accomplishments that I have. Now I have a small folder of just the original documents. I have digitized a lot of them, and any documents that I can actually get from like a government website, or the documents that aren't very like super valuable for my career, I have actually just digitized them and gotten rid of them and things like that. So I am as lean as I can be as far as my possessions that prove who I am as a person. Now, I hope I'm making sense. The point that I'm trying to make in this video is that it's okay for you to own anything, but if you are thinking about getting rid of some items that are sentimental, you have to remind yourself, is who I am as a person good enough? Like, do I need these items to prove who I am? Am I holding on to these items just to prove that I've been to a place? Just to prove that I've seen beautiful places? Just to prove that I felt a certain way? Just to hold on to a scrap of childhood when in fact my memory or in my heart, you know they'll be with you forever. So, only get rid of your sentimental items if you feel like you can be yourself on your own and give these items justice in your heart, which I believe I can on my own. If you feel like you need some items or you want some items, it's not even about a need. If you feel like, yeah, I've gotta have this item to represent me or to remind me of these things, you can. But I'm just telling you, there is an option of just not getting rid of items, but removing the items physically, but holding on to them in your heart and in your mind forever. And one of the tips that I could give you is a tip that anybody can give you: take a picture of them physically, and also emotionally. You can take a picture of them in your heart. I'm telling you in detail the things that I used to own. It's because they are in my heart, and I know I'll remember them forever because I own the joy that they gave me, and I am allowed to be lean and move forward fast. I don't need to own a lot of stuff in my life, and I can create value for people in my life and create more space for myself in the future. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that this week. I hope I can bring you guys some more content in the future. Sorry it's not a tour. I know a lot of you guys love my minimalist content, but I've told you many times before, this channel is not just about minimalism. But today I am talking about something minimalist, so hopefully that was helpful and fun for you guys to watch, and I'll catch you guys next week with more content. Bye! Have a great week!